And we are back with a man who was in Manny Pacquiao's corner that night, multiple-time Trainer of the Year, Freddie Roach. Freddie, many of us believe that that was the moment that really Manny Pacquiao exploded onto another level and became a bona fide superstar in the sport and an all-time great. What did you take away from that performance against Miguel Cotto?
It was a great win. I mean, I was very satisfied with the way he fought it. I was a little worried about him early in the fight. He went to the ropes and took some really good body shots, and he just told me that he wanted to see how hard he hit. I said, don't do that anymore. But that was a great performance for him. And, now I train both guys, and Miguel, I did train him at 7 o'clock this morning for his next fight coming up, and they're really friendly with each other, but the thing is, I do have to keep it separate a little bit, though, because the competition is still there.
Well, and I was going to say, speaking of competition, Miguel Cotto has faced Floyd Mayweather as well, and there was a fight that he gave Floyd Mayweather some problems, so much so that Floyd ditched his uncle Roger, went back to his dad, Floyd Mayweather Sr. Has Cotto given you any insight into that fight?
I asked him a lot about the fight and about the situations he put him in and so forth. Miguel was a big help in us getting a better game plan. And, because Miguel did do well with him, and Miguel told me that if he fights him in a rematch and I'm there training him, he will knock him out.
Freddie, you tried to take a different approach, I think, to training camp this time. It's always chaotic around Manny. He seems to thrive in the chaos a little bit, but you've tried to calm that down and quieten down, keep people out of the way. Is that to keep secrets or to just keep Manny focused as much as possible?
It's very much to keep Manny focused. I like when he performs for me and not the crowd. And because he's a fighter, if he has the audience, he will perform for them. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. That's what he is. But the thing is, nobody was allowed to mix strategy and sparring. So the thing is, we had like 4 people down there. It was nice and fresh, not too crowded. And a couple of his LA boys came up to me and says, can we come in? I said, no. And they said, why not? I said, well, can you give me one reason why you should be in there? And the guy says, no, I didn't. So, it was kind of easy to keep them out. But the thing is, I really wanted to concentrate on this one. It's a big fight, of course, and this may be like the toughest fight since Cotto, actually. Because Cotto was a great, that was a hard fight, and we did something late in the fight. And Miguel has learned from that fight with me also, because he asked me how I was going into that fight and how did Manny beat him, and I told him, and now we don't keep ourselves in those positions anymore. He's become a much smarter fighter now, and they're both doing really well, and I can't wait to see them fight again, but not on the same show though.
In a strange way, does the knockout loss to Juan Manuel Marquez work to your favor in that it's helped him to become that little bit smarter? He's less likely to stay in front of Floyd Mayweather for that half beat too much the way he did against Marquez.
Definitely true. I mean, it's going to help us a lot because the thing is, he knows he made a mistake. He paid for it. He's not really devastated over getting knocked out because he knows it's part of the sport. And people do get knocked out. So if you think you can't get knocked out in this sport, you pick the wrong one. So it can't happen to anybody. But Manny's a realist. He accepts it. He doesn't bother him at all. But he won't make that mistake again. And the thing is, when we're in the pocket with Mayweather, we will get out of it really quick because he is fast and he is a great counterpuncher. So, but you're exactly right. We did learn something in that fight, and we do learn more off our losses and wins. And maybe that's why Mayweather, I don't think he's that good because he has no losses, so he hasn't learned anything yet.
Does that mean that Manny's footwork is key to this, being able to move in and dart out?
Yes, of course. If the hand speed, foot speed, I don't think Mayweather can really handle that. It's easy to watch on TV and say he's fast, yes, but when you're in the ring with him and he's moving like that, it's really, really hard to know when he's coming or not coming and stuff. So I think Mayweather's going to have a lot of problem with that, but we do have to fight the perfect fight to win, and we're prepared to do that, and I can't wait for this fight to start.
Mayweather, a master counterpuncher, one of the best defensive fighters of all time. When you look at his resume, and I know you've been cracking wise and really selling the sport and doing, I was going to say, you probably are getting ready for a bit at the Hollywood Improv. You've had some great material, Freddie. But in terms, when you look it down, you've been breaking down the tape. I know Manny's been watching tape for the first time in a long time. What impresses you the most about Floyd Mayweather?
Well, Floyd's a very smart fighter, and he's just very defensive. he's very, very hard to hit. I mean, he's a pretty boy. But the thing is, I think that his legs are giving out on him a little bit because of age, not because of the wear and tear of boxing itself, because he grew up in the boxing ring. I think actually, because I remember when he was 5 years old in the boxing gym, and he's really always a nice kid to me, and he's still a very gentleman all the time. Says hi, Mr. Roach, and so. But the thing is, I think that he's really taught himself how to fight. I don't think he really knows a lot about the game, just what he knew. He learned naturally because he grew up in the gym, and my youngest brother is the best boxer in out of all Mother Roaches in my family. But my mother won't let him fight because she saw too many fights. She didn't want it to happen. So, but he was better than all of us, and he did it by growing up in the boxing gym also. I mean, so it's very easy to emulate your peers and so forth. And he wants to be like his Uncle Roger or his father, or actually he wants to be better than those guys.
How much money have you spent, or how much more have you spent? Is it the money in the swear jar, or the money, the $1,000 bounties for the trash talking and the putting Manny on his backside? Has anyone collected?
No one's collected. The trash talking was a little bit, but I do owe 150 on the swear. So I'm winning that contest, and I'm trying hard. Manny just wants me to be a better person, though. So, but there's no need to swear. So, but I do agree with him, and I will pay my debt at the end. But no discounts, no negotiation. So he's being a real prick about it.
There's another $5, I think.
Talking of spending money, there was talk about you spending $1,800 or something on some cream for his calves. I hope that was like a Costco-sized bottle, right? Or
the thing is Manny doesn't have insurance here in America. So the thing is, when you don't have insurance, things are expensive. That's all. It just ended up being that way. I should have had the doctor put in my name, but I didn't think of that at the time. So it was quite expensive. But it's an anti-inflammatory cream. It just takes the swelling away. It's nothing like.
What was the cause of that? What was the cause of that, Freddie?
You know what? When you have big calves like that, and the muscle actually gets a little bit too big, and the pain comes from the skin stretching out. So it kind of doesn't fit. It's really too big for the skin. So I had my doctor from Curlin and Joe come, checked everything out, gave us the cream, and just worked everything. And at first I thought it was leg cramps and so forth, but it really wasn't. And then he's complaining one day, and he keeps like grabbing his leg and stuff, and I'm telling him, work through it. So then I go in the locker room with him, right? And he takes his shoe off, and he has the biggest blister I ever saw on the bottom of his foot. It wasn't a leg cramp, it was a blister.
Well, they can hurt.
So it can hurt, but the thing is, I thought the leg cramps came back, that's why the whole world thinks we have leg cramps. But we haven't had a leg cramp this entire camp.
All right. One more question, Kieran.
Well, no, that'll do for Freddie. Thanks very much indeed. Really appreciate it, and all the best. I know you're incredibly confident. A lot of people feeling that Floyd Mayweather, one of the very best, certainly of his generation, but you're acting very confident about victory.
I really believe in my fighter. I believe that we can outpoint this guy. If a knockout comes, that'll be a bonus, of course. But the thing is, we're going to go in there and win every round one at a time.
Thanks very much, Freddie.
All right. Thank you very much, Freddie, one of the most successful trainers in the sport.